This presentation will review the operation of the basic safety equipment that is common to all 707 aircraft flown by TWA. There are two main cabin doors on the left side of the aircraft, which are referred to as the forward left door and the aft left door. There are two galley service doors on the right-hand side, which are referred to as the forward right door and the aft right door. They are approximately half the size of the left side cabin doors. Since these four doors are equipped with evacuation slides, they are the primary escape routes in the event of an emergency evacuation. To open any of the four cabin doors from the outside, pull out on the handle until it engages. Rotate the handle 180 degrees and then pull the door outward to the open position. When the door is fully opened, a gust lock will hold the door in the fully opened position. To close the door, push down on the gust lock and pull the door inward. Rotate the handle forward to the closed and locked position. All four 707 door handles will point forward when the doors are locked closed. All four doors are opened in the same manner. Rotate the handle up and aft to the full open position. Then push the door out until it locks against the fuselage. When the door is open and there are no steps or a jetway in position, a door safety strap must be positioned across the door. The door safety straps are mounted on each side of the door. To use, unsnap both straps and buckle the ends together. Evacuation slides are installed on all four cabin doors. A viewing window on the slide housing allows checking the slide inflation bottle pressure for pre-flight. A red warning ribbon is provided to indicate when the slide is armed. The procedure to arm the slide is to first place the red ribbon across the door window. This warns anyone inside or outside the aircraft that the slide will automatically deploy if the door is opened. Then remove the hook from the slide housing and hook it to the floor bracket. The slide is now ready for immediate use if an emergency evacuation should become necessary. To operate an evacuation slide in an emergency, first evaluate the outside conditions to ensure the area around the door is not contaminated by fire or smoke and will provide a clear escape route for passengers. If outside conditions are safe, open the door in an aggressive and forceful manner, since extra physical force is required to drag the slide from its container. If the slide does not automatically inflate, you must manually inflate it. Hold on to the assist handle, place your foot on the slide, and jerk forcefully on the manual inflation handle. The correct method for using the slide is to jump in a seated position. Feet should be kept raised to avoid catching heels and tumbling. The first people down the slide should remain at the bottom of the slide to assist others off and away from the aircraft. Another piece of safety equipment at the forward left door is the escape rope, which is located in the upper door frame. This is for use when a slide or stairs are not available. To use, unsnap the patch and pull the rope down all the way. Then sit on the door sill. Get a firm hold on the rope, roll over, and lower yourself to the ground. Four emergency exits are located over the wings, two on each side of the aircraft. These four over-wing exits are considered secondary cabin escape routes. To remove an overwing exit, pull down on the cover, pull in on the handle, and lift the exit out with the aid of the assist handle at the bottom of the exit. To leave the aircraft through this exit, use the leg, body, leg method. The overwing exits can also be opened from the outside by pushing in on the placard and pushing the exit into the cabin. To assist in getting off the wing, escape ropes are stored in the upper frame of each overwing exit. To use, unsnap the cover and pull downward to the fullest extent. Arrows on the wing direct passengers aft to the wing flap area. The simplest and safest way off the wing is to slide down the flaps. In the event that the cabin exits are unusable, there are two cockpit windows which may be used for emergency exits. Each is provided with an escape rope. To open the window, grasp the handle and squeeze the unlocking lever. Then rotate the handle inward and at the same time slide the window aft. To exit, deploy the rope. Climb out feet first. Roll over on your stomach. Grasp the rope and lower yourself to the ground. There are 3 evacuation alarm panels installed on the aircraft. One alarm is located in the cockpit on the pilot's overhead panel. Here's how it works. Lift this guard and push up on the switch. If the beeping noise interferes with your voice commands, it can be silenced by pushing this button. You'll notice, however, that the flashing light continues. There are 2 evacuation alarm panels in the cabin. They are located adjacent to the forward flight attendant seat and the aft flight attendant seat. There are both interior and exterior emergency exit lights. In addition, there are emergency aisle lights. The interior emergency exit lights are located over the doors, above the overwing exits, in the ceiling, and in the cockpit above the door. The exterior emergency exit lights will illuminate the evacuation slides and the overwing exit areas. The following emergency lights will automatically illuminate with loss of aircraft power when the cockpit master emergency light switch is in the armed position. Or they may be turned on with the cockpit master emergency light switch, or the cabin emergency light switch. The emergency lights located at each exit are also portable lights. They can be detached by removing the cover, depressing the latch levers on each end, and pulling from the light bracket. If the light does not illuminate upon removal, an on-off switch is provided. Emergency aisle lights are located within each of the ceiling dome lights. They are not connected to the emergency exit light system. These lights will illuminate automatically whenever the dome lights lose their power, provided that the dome light switch located on the forward galley panel is in one of the on positions. The flight crew oxygen system utilizes diluter demand regulators and quick donning masks. The crew oxygen supply bottles are located in a sealed compartment just aft of the cargo door. The main supply valves are left in the on position at all times. In case of excessive bottle pressure, the oxygen is discharged overboard. As an aid for pre-flight, a green disc seals the discharge line from foreign material. If the disc is missing, it would indicate a discharge has taken place. The crew oxygen high pressure gauge is located on the engineer's aux panel. The crew oxygen on-off valve, which allows oxygen flow to the crew regulators, is a manually operated valve located above the cockpit door. Next to the valve is the crew oxygen low pressure gauge. It indicates the low pressure in the system when the supply valve is on. Correct pressure is indicated when the needle is in the green band. This is the pressure available through the regulator to the quick donning mask. The passenger oxygen system supplies oxygen throughout the cabin in the event of a decompression. The oxygen bottles containing the passenger emergency oxygen supply are located in the aft cargo compartment. Their main supply valves are also left on at all times. A green disc which seals the passenger oxygen discharge line is located aft of the rear cargo entrance. The high-pressure gauge for the passenger oxygen system is located on the engineer's aux panel adjacent to the crew oxygen high-pressure gauge. The minimum required pressure for both gauges is listed on a chart on the cockpit door. The passenger oxygen masks are automatically released whenever the cabin altitude exceeds approximately 14,000 feet, or they may be electrically released at the discretion of the flight deck crew with a switch on the pilot's overhead panel. Oxygen masks are also provided above the flight attendant's seats and in the lavatories. The no smoking fasten seatbelt sign is automatically turned on with oxygen release, and an amber oxygen caution light is turned on at both the forward and aft galley panels, and on international configured aircraft, a tape announcement will automatically give instructions over the PA in English and French.
There is no cause for alarm, but due to a sudden decompression in the cabin, you are advised to make use of the oxygen mask above you.
Oxygen will flow only to the masks that are pulled down. This action opens a valve within the passenger service unit. The amount of oxygen flow to the mask is variable, depending upon the actual cabin altitude. The location of the fire extinguishers, portable oxygen bottles, megaphones, and other portable emergency equipment for the specific 707 model aircraft is indicated on this chart on the cockpit door and in the 707 Flight Handbook. As a 707 crew member, you may be required to perform in an emergency situation without advance notice. To be ready for this task, you should frequently review 707 emergency equipment and procedures. This will ensure that you will react quickly and correctly in an emergency situation.